Star Wars was a big influence on me because it came out in '77. I was born in '66, so I was right at the right age for that thing to hit.
Hollywood has always captivated audiences with its glamorous premieres, high-profile collaborations, and heartwarming tales of camaraderie. Yet behind the scenes, rumors often swirl about friction on set or work environments that fall short of expectations. Whether it's cast members who struggle to get along or sudden departures that spark more questions than answers, the stories can be as compelling as the cinematic universes these creatives work so hard to build. One of the latest bombshells capturing attention across social media suggests that the ever-admired Jon Favreau, known for his distinctive directorial style and major contributions to both Marvel and Disney projects, has allegedly exposed a toxic work environment during the filming of Deadpool. The idea of Jon Favreau, a director celebrated for fostering collaborative sets, speaking out against negative on-set experiences has taken many fans by surprise. Is this rumor rooted in truth? Or is it another case of internet chatter stoking public curiosity? On the surface, the rumors involve two key elements that immediately raise eyebrows. First, Jon Favreau is not directly associated with the Deadpool films as a director or producer, although he is heavily tied to the Marvel brand. So, why would Favreau speak out about working conditions on a project he wasn't officially helming? Second, Deadpool is widely known for its comedic approach and quirky, irreverent style, featuring a team that fans generally believe got along well. Yet the suggestion that Favreau witnessed or became aware of a toxic environment flips that expectation on its head. It invites questions about how big-budget superhero productions can strain relationships, especially when creative visions clash or high stakes lead to stress behind the camera. Speculation about Favreau's involvement in Deadpool stemmed from industry whispers claiming he visited the set or participated in behind-the-scenes discussions. Some believe he offered creative consulting or simply checked in due to his close ties with Marvel-related ventures. Others say he might have been there because of personal friendships or overlapping schedules, further complicating the matter.
Yeah, and that's my background, whether it was Elf or Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr., I've always loved improvisation, things that could bring a little bit of life to it, and I love to spend all that time meticulously going through every daily. And with animation, it's even easier because you could cut anything together and then you animate to that. So it really was the best of, and both of them are so funny, and we recorded them together. We actually acted it out in like a rehearsal theater space and recorded their voices so that what you're seeing is a much more natural improvisation.
Whatever the case, rumors hold that Favreau, known for fostering unity among cast and crew on his own projects, found the atmosphere on the Deadpool set disconcerting. Allegedly, he even made remarks, either privately or in low-key interviews, indicating that behind the franchise's snappy humor was an undercurrent of tension. In typical Hollywood fashion, none of these rumors come with indisputable evidence. No interview clip exists showing Favreau explicitly stating, "I saw toxic behavior on the Deadpool set." Instead, fans on social media point to vague references in Favreau's public talks about negativity he encountered in unexpected places. He has often spoken in general terms about how large-scale productions can either become a family-like environment or devolve into stressful arenas dominated by ego. He once noted that good leadership on set is crucial. People want to enjoy their work, especially in a creative field. He added that when budgets are massive and fan expectations are high, some personalities might clash, leading to an environment that can feel draining. These remarks, while not directly naming Deadpool, are interpreted by some as cryptic references to that particular production. But why would Favreau, a figure known for diplomacy and positivity, risk making such comments about a film that was not under his direction? Part of the rumor suggests he did so quietly at first, perhaps in private industry conversations. Maybe it was only after persistent questions about his general philosophy on working with large casts that Favreau dropped a few hints. One theory posits that he wanted to caution colleagues in the industry, emphasizing that comedic energy on screen does not always reflect unity off-screen. In that sense, Favreau might have felt compelled to share a cautionary tale about how quickly a creative environment can become hostile if not handled with care. For their part, fans of the Deadpool films are fiercely protective of the franchise they love. Ryan Reynolds' portrayal of the witty, irreverent mercenary, as well as the comedic brilliance that the cast and crew bring to the table, has become a hallmark of the series. So, the notion of a toxic work environment seems contradictory to the fun, boisterous spirit that audiences see in press tours and behind-the-scenes clips. Naturally, some fans have pushed back strongly, labeling the rumor a fabrication. After all, the final product was a commercial and critical success, with cast members praising one another in interviews. How could such a seemingly delightful project hide an undercurrent of negativity? Others counter that success at the box office doesn't rule out behind-the-scenes tension. Hollywood is rife with examples of celebrated films whose production stories are riddled with discord. Some fans point to the possibility that if Favreau did sense friction on set, it might have been short-lived, resolved before it escalated, or he might have perceived certain interactions as toxic while others found them normal for a high-pressure shoot. Without direct statements or corroborating voices, the rumor can only exist in the realm of speculations of Favreau's general remarks on set culture. Adding another layer of intrigue is the question of who might have contributed to the alleged negativity. The Deadpool team is frequently highlighted for its comedic synergy. Ryan Reynolds, known as an affable presence, is widely admired for his quick wit and philanthropic endeavors. Cast members like T.J. Miller or Marina Baron have, at different times, shared playful jabs and comedic reflections about the filming process. Director Tim Miller parted ways with the franchise after the first film due to creative differences, leading to speculation about behind-the-scenes disagreements. Could Favreau's cryptic remarks reference Tim Miller's exit or tensions between Reynolds and the production team? Some fans see the timing of Favreau's rumored comments as aligning suspiciously with the widely publicized differences that led to a shift in Deadpool's creative leadership. Still, it's vital to note that creative disagreements do not necessarily equal a widespread toxic environment. Directors leaving a project over creative differences happens often in Hollywood without creating a harmful atmosphere. Yet the rumor that Favreau used the word toxic or implied it, suggesting deeper issues, has latched on, igniting debate. Those who believe the rumor argue that Favreau, a professional known for his commitment to respectful collaboration, would only speak out if he sensed serious underlying dysfunction. Conversely, skeptics say Favreau's history of constructive team building means he might interpret even standard Hollywood friction as unacceptable. Hollywood insiders occasionally weigh in with their own thoughts on Favreau's style. Many describe him as a consummate professional who strives for harmony. If he did encounter negativity, he might address it behind closed doors, speaking directly with producers and cast members rather than airing concerns publicly. This discreet approach aligns with Favreau's reputation, which is why it's plausible that any comments he made would be oblique, fueling rumors rather than providing concrete evidence. The rumor also capitalizes on the inherent drama of suggesting someone so widely respected saw a beloved production in a negative light. As the rumor stands, it's neither definitively confirmed nor conclusively debunked. The nature of Hollywood gossip allows it to flourish. Each new Favreau interview is examined for clues. Each mention of stressful comedic sets or unfortunate backstage experiences is greeted with a flurry of speculation.
And I was so interested in why, of all the characters in the Marvel Universe, now it seems to make perfect sense why you'd start with Iron Man. You know,
it's who was left over. They were making a lot of superhero movies with Spider-Man, and they had Batman, and Iron Man was, seemed like the next logical choice.
The Deadpool franchise continues to push forward, with fans eagerly awaiting the next installment and cameo rumors swirling about potential crossovers into mainstream Marvel territory. If Favreau and the Deadpool team do end up collaborating on a future project, that might resolve questions about any negativity. If they're seen smiling side by side, exchanging supportive comments, the rumor could fade overnight. But if they remain distant or cryptic about each other's roles, the chatter may intensify. There's also the possibility that, over time, more insiders could speak up, either confirming or denying the existence of a negative atmosphere on set. In show business, business secrets have a way of surfacing, especially as years pass and creative teams move on to new projects. Your memoir, interview, or documentary might address it. Alternatively, the entire rumor may simply reflect our collective fascination with the gap between on-screen comedy and real-life complexity. People find it compelling to imagine that behind every wisecrack or comedic blooper reel could be a story of unresolved tension. Jon Favreau's track record speaks volumes about his priorities. He has steered massive productions like The Lion King 2019 and The Jungle Book 2016, plus helped launch the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Iron Man 2008. In interviews, he consistently emphasizes collaboration, respect for the material, and consideration for everyone's creative input. If he truly did encounter a harmful environment, it might have stood out starkly against his usual experiences. This contrast alone could explain why rumors about him exposing Deadpool Set gained traction. People assume that Favreau, having navigated huge projects calmly, would instantly notice if a set lacked harmony. Fans who admire both Favreau and the Deadpool series are left in a predicament. Should they discount the rumor as a product of internet speculation, or hold open the possibility that comedic illusions can hide real strain? The storyline of Jon Favreau exposing a toxic work environment when filming Deadpool exemplifies the type of gossip that thrives on what is not said more than what is. So far, Favreau hasn't pointed the finger at any individual, nor has he detailed specific incidents. The rumor thus remains a swirl of unanswered questions. Some fans even wonder if the rumor is a misunderstanding of Favreau's general stance on comedic boundaries. He has occasionally mentioned that comedic environments can veer into disrespect if not managed well.
It's great because you realize that you've got sort of a deep bench of people that you know that you can draw from.
Right.
That not only are you sort of reaching out to them, but you're benefiting so much because you're inheriting all this skill and even little parts. Matt Walsh did a cameo there as being interviewed, like just small little things that pop up throughout. Andy Richter, who I had known from the improv community in Chicago, was there, and the new people that they know,
right?
Like Kyle Gass. There's a million great little pieces of casting that have, over time flowered into their own careers apart from that.
That could this principle have been taken out of context, morphing into the claim that he singled out Deadpool as a negative example. This scenario is not uncommon in the digital era, where snippets of conversation can transform into broad accusations. Once the rumor mill takes hold, then too, there is a broader discussion about whether comedic sets are more prone to behind-the-scenes issues. A production that relies heavily on improvisation might blur professional lines or lead to disagreements about how far to push jokes. A star known for quick wit might inadvertently overshadow others, causing resentment. The comedic genre often depends on timing and synergy, and if that synergy fails behind the camera, it can create tension that stands in stark contrast to the hilarity audiences see on screen. Favreau's comments about maintaining balance and respect could easily be interpreted as cautionary tales. The rumor also serves as a reflection of how fans have begun to place greater emphasis on workplace well-being in creative industries. Social media platforms abound with discussions about mental health, respect, and courtesy in high-pressure jobs. If Favreau did raise concerns, it might be part of a larger conversation about improving conditions throughout Hollywood. However, until more concrete details emerge, that potential dialogue remains speculative. Even so, the narrative that Favreau found the Deadpool set toxic offers a gripping what-if scenario. People are naturally drawn to the idea that comedic brilliance might come at a hidden cost. It humanizes the notion that no matter how fun or light-hearted a production appears, real people with real feelings and ambitions are working long hours to bring it to life. Conflict can arise easily, and a figure as respected as Favreau chiming in, even if only by implication, lends weight to the rumor. If future developments or interviews shed further light on this matter, we might see Favreau clarifying his remarks or the Deadpool team denying any negativity existed. As of now, the rumor persists as a puzzle with missing pieces. Those who enjoy Hollywood lore continue to debate whether Favreau was truly referencing Deadpool, or whether we're witnessing a classic case of fans linking unrelated anecdotes to a beloved franchise. Some wonder if the rumor was propagated by individuals who felt overshadowed during production, looking for a big name like Favreau to legitimize their claims. Others believe the rumor might be entirely innocent, arising from well-meaning fans who saw Favreau's general commentary on set culture and assumed the worst. In the end, the speculation about Jon Favreau exposing a toxic work environment when filming Deadpool underscores the timeless allure of behind-the-scenes stories.
Star Wars was a big influence on me because it came out in 77. I was born in 66. So I was right at the right age for that thing to hit. And it was before all the hype, it was the first of kind of the popcorn blockbusters. You had that, and then you had Spielberg's films. So you had like Jaws and that. But before then it was still the 70s, it was 70s movies. And I don't remember seeing a commercial. I remember seeing like a picture in the newspaper, like the New York Post or something, about the movie.
When filming Deadpool underscores the timeless allure of behind-the-scenes stories, audiences invest not just in the final cut, but also in how it came to be. The mention of a toxic work environment injects a dramatic twist, like a subplot that runs parallel to the main feature. It provokes thoughts on how comedic projects might not always be purely fun and games for those involved. And yet, as with many Hollywood rumors, it could turn out to be an exaggerated tale, a narrative spun from a few ambiguous comments and a dash of imagination. Whatever the truth, the rumor highlights the capacity of fans and media to build an entire storyline around subtle hints. In an industry as image-conscious as Hollywood, public statements are often measured, making it hard to confirm or deny allegations without clear, direct quotes. Favreau's supporters trust that his remarks were well-intentioned but possibly distorted. Deadpool loyalists defend the production's atmosphere, and those intrigued by the possibility of hidden turmoil remain glued to every new snippet of conjecture, hoping for a definitive answer. Until such clarity is provided, the rumor will likely continue to flourish, propelled by the same combination of curiosity, speculation, and the undeniable intrigue that any suggestion of conflict in Tinseltown evokes. After all, part of the fun in following Hollywood is blending the glitz of premieres with the whispered possibility that behind those bright lights lie stories of friendships, fallouts, and revelations. Jon Favreau, a central architect of the modern superhero genre, standing in potential contrast to the chaos on a set famed for comedic brilliance, is simply too captivating a dynamic to dismiss lightly. Whether or not Favreau ever intended to single out Deadpool, the rumor itself has become a talking point about what can happen when comedic creativity meets the demands of a blockbuster production. In the absence of concrete evidence or a direct statement from Favreau himself, we are left with the intriguing possibility of a scenario that merges the comedic style of Deadpool with a cautionary tale about how behind-the-scenes culture can become tense, even toxic, when not approached with careful leadership. For now, the matter remains unresolved. Favreau has not confirmed that he was referring to Deadpool specifically, nor has the Deadpool team addressed the allegations directly. If either side eventually chooses to clarify, fans will finally know whether the rumors hold any weight. But in the fluid world of entertainment chatter, sometimes the mere possibility of a behind-the-scenes disruption is enough to keep the conversation alive. Perhaps the next time Favreau discusses set dynamics, those who believe in these rumors will read between the lines, searching for new evidence. Meanwhile, those who doubt the allegations will roll their eyes, certain that the rumor is yet another internet creation. And so, the story continues, an ever-evolving piece of Hollywood folklore that may or may not point to hidden drama lying just beneath the comedic surface of one of the most beloved superhero franchises in modern cinema.